There is a duality between the self I present and the self I carry in private. The more I notice my shadow self, the more I realize that composure cannot exist without chaos. Pride cannot exist without shame. Strength cannot exist without vulnerability. I become aware of my hidden parts. I ask myself, what kind of artist do I want to be? And also, who do I need to be to become that artist? There's a lot of questions that I have in my mind. And I know that the more that I reveal layers of myself, I know I will find out. I'm heading to work, and it's Monday, and yeah, this time changes. It's like so dark in the morning. I think it's also gonna rain too, so it's gonna be interesting because yesterday was so warm. But anyways, I kind of was thinking about like all these things that are coming up. It's like like the potential, right? Like who would I be, or who am I? Because really, if you think about it, all the things that I want to be, like I already am. There has to be something that I have to do, right? It's like what is that word? Well, it's almost like a recipe, right? Like if you're making a banana bread or something, you have to have the ingredients. That's almost like the same thing. Like if depending on who I want to be, there has to be a recipe that I have to follow. Same thing when I'm painting. There's a recipe for the colors that I'm going to be picking, and it's just interesting. Just the thought of, if I take different actions, I create different versions of myself. And also there's parts that I keep hidden too. I remember a while back I read a quote. It has to be it must be like a Japanese story, or I don't remember exactly where I heard it from, but it says that we have three faces that we show. One that we show to the world, one that we show to our loved ones. I believe that's how it goes. And one that we see only ourselves. And I was also thinking about my shadow self and how I would like to bring my shadow self out more, just play around with that. Because at the end of the day, that's how life is. Life is play. We play, right? Like even if we're adults, we still play a part in society or in our families and work. And part in as artists and how we want to be portrayed as. It's just interesting. So yeah, definitely I will like to lean more into my shadow side and see how that plays out. We'll see. Okay, hopefully it doesn't get too loud, because right now everybody's coming home and it just gets a little loud. But I'm working on this painting. Right now it's like in the middle stage where it's kind of ugly and I'm having like doubts. I'm like, oh, it's like, I don't even know. But I'm just staying like focused and not overthink. Because if I overthink things, it makes it more complicated, right? And I think that's also part of the creative process. Like, it's gonna be a lot of times where the painting is gonna be leading a certain way, and then you want it to look a certain way. But then once you finish, you're like, okay, that wasn't that bad. I feel that's what's gonna happen with this painting. But it's like, oh, like I really love the masters, like how they would paint like the Renaissance and just like the luminosity of the skin. That's like goals. But I know that in order for me to get to that level, it's like constant practice. So, you know, and it's not easy. Of course it's not easy. Like, why in my head did I think it was gonna be easy? But that's the thing, when I'm learning something new, I just gotta keep doing it, you know. And even then, like, part of my shadow self is, there's like a lot, oh my god, they're so loud. Part of who I am, right? It's like, what kind of artist do I want to portray myself as, right? And it's just interesting, like an interesting play of things that are coming up, and it's fun. I'm enjoying the process. But yeah, I'm gonna be working on the fabric, and I was working on the body, and it's drying, except for this. But yeah, right now it's just basically I'm blocking everything, and then I'm gonna be detailing, and hopefully the painting dries, because if all goes as planned, this painting will be the first one that I'm gonna be doing an exhibition for, which I'm very excited, nervous, scared. But yeah, it'll be a good experience for me, like to get my foot in the door, you know. I'm excited. I'm like, I'm very grateful. I'm grateful for any opportunity that I get. So I have to get started on this painting, but yeah. It's Monday and I'm getting ready to go to work. It's been interesting this past week. It's kind of like I am having an understanding of why I am the way I am and playing around a little bit more with my shadow self, right? Like there's certain parts of myself that I know are not mine, right? They don't belong to me. But also just having the patience, right? It's all about having patience. Because every time there's something like a breakthrough that's happening, I feel like it always gets very uncomfortable. And I feel that's what's happening right now. It's kind of like, it's like, what kind of artist do I want to be? How do I want to show up? How do I want to project like myself? And then I start doubting and questioning myself. So it's something that I am learning to stop doing. It's not going to get me anywhere. You know, and I figure things out as I go. And I keep going. And yeah, it's been interesting. I wrote like a manifesto yesterday, so I'll go ahead and read it to you guys. Okay. And I feel it's like if I'm not doing any of these, I know that I am straying off the path. So where is okay, the first one is art comes first. Before distractions, before scrolling, before doubt, I return to the canvas. Even a small act of creation keeps the fire alive. Number 2, I protect my creative ritual. My creative time is sacred. It is not something I squeeze into my life. It is something I build my life around. My microphone died, so hopefully you can still hear me. Number 2, I protect my creative ritual. My creative time is sacred. It is not something I squeeze into my life. It is something I build my life around. Number 3, I chose discipline over my mood. I create whenever I feel, I create whether I feel inspired or not. Inspiration is welcome, but discipline is my foundation. Number 4, I stand tall in my identity. I do not shrink my voice or my ambition. I am an artist. I carry my presence, clarity, and confidence. Number 5, I cultivate beauty daily. Beauty lives in small things. Fruit on a plate, a clean space, soft light, music while painting. My life itself becomes part of my art. Number 6, I remain a lifelong student. I study paint, language, literature, and life. Curiosity keeps my mind sharp and my art evolving. Number 7, I build freedom with intention. Every dollar saved and every mindful decision strengthens my independence. I'm building the life that allows my art to flourish. Number 8, I share my journey without waiting for perfection. My work does not need to be perfect to be meaningful. By sharing honestly, I invite others into the creative process. Number 9, I care for my body as an artist instrument. Rest, nourishment, posture, movement, and breath sustain my creative energy. My body is not separate from my art. It is part of it. And number 10, I trust the long path. Great artists are not made in months, spent in years. Every painting, every study, every quiet evening of practice builds a future I am stepping into. I remain patient and devoted. So if I'm not doing any of these 10, then something's going on. there's a problem. And I'm straying away from what I want to achieve. So, and also, part of that is also playing into my shadow self, because it's teaching me, why am I feeling like this? Okay, this is how I want to show up instead. Or it's just figuring out the best way for me to show up every single day. But not be so hard on myself if I'm not perfect, So yeah, it's just unveiling different things that I want. And I know I'll get it. It's constant work, but it's worth it.